I recently jumped on the bandwagon that is Spy Family, and I am so glad that I did. To anybody who's watching, I cannot film at home, so I'm filming from my car. So this is a carvod, but nonetheless, this will be extremely fun. So yeah, I've been watching Spy Family, and it's been great. It's been amazing. Something that struck me right away was the intro and the outro. So I want to talk about that very quickly. How the intro and outro are so freaking great, dude. Spy Family, from what I've seen so far, is a really good show, and if there's one way I could describe it, it's being very wholesome. And when I'm talking about the intro and outro, that word still comes into play. It's still very wholesome, and I'll get into what feels so wholesome about it. So almost right away, we're giving this great, amazing intro to the intro where it uses these amazing colors, and it's such a pleasure to look at. And it already sets the table for what this show is going to be, and it's really fun. The colors are great, but then almost right away, we're given this like childlike drawing from Anya's perspective, from what it seems, and it's just really cool. The colors are great. The colors completely changed from what was previously in that introduction to this opening, and it becomes something completely different, and it looks amazing. My favorite is when they show Anya running and they're showing the family in the back, and it's just so wholesome. I think one of the reasons why it's so wholesome is because it's from Anya's perspective. We're seeing the family in the background from Anya's point of view, and they're just playing around and they're just hanging out. It's just so great, so wholesome, and I love the artwork for these scenes. And then I love when openings do this. It has this amazing transition where the music and the scenes kind of synchronize, and they harmonize, I guess, and they show the true nature of the characters, and it goes into the anime's actual artwork, and it's just so it's such a pleasure to be looking at. And I didn't notice this like in my first few watchings of the opening, but in this last scene where they show the family like sitting at the table, I think that's the same position that it shows in the show, where they're like contemplating their past, or at least their jobs. And that leads me to the ending credits. I think if I were to describe the opening, it would be like creative, wholesome. The ending, however, I personally like it more than the opening. It's wholesome. There's no other way to describe it. It's just so wholesome, and it's also sort of like inspiring. I think it's just so cute. I think it's still from like, I think the opening is from Anya's perspective, but I think the ending is kind of, I mean, it is all Anya's perspective, but then at the very end, it shows the family also enjoying themselves. Again, I haven't gotten too far. I'm like at episode 8, so we'll see. So the music is like a bit of R&B-ish sort of thing, and upon watching the ending, it's like pretty creative actually. I think I do prefer the ending more than the opening in my personal taste, but it's just so cool. And then the lyrics are just so nice. It's so wholesome. Okay, this whole show is just wholesome and cute. I haven't read the mangas, so I don't want to hear about like, oh, it gets dark, it gets super dark in the manga. But for now, leave me. It's cute, it's wholesome, and I absolutely like it. Also, I don't know if they did this on purpose, but the lyrics for the ending is just great. And then we get these really cute scenes where they're walking together and they rush home and she's pushing him. It's just a great ending, man. And they're dancing together. It's just so good. I'm just nerding out about this whole thing. This opening and ending is just so cute and adorable. But I think more importantly for me, it's such a breath of fresh air. Like watching this show is such a breath of fresh air. And it's weird because you don't really you don't really think you need a breath of fresh air until you actually get it. So Spy Family, I think overall, in terms of all the popular animes that have been out right now, it's just it's a nice change. It's a nice change of pace. Well, okay, thank you for watching. Bye. Keep peeling.